Welcome to Making Sense of the SLOs. This series of short recordings is designed to provide additional technical assistance as you navigate the development of an SLO. They are not designed as a replacement, but rather a supplement to professional development. Let's explore the performance indicator section of the SLO template and take a look at developing performance targets. This video is the fourth in a series of 5 videos created to support the understanding of SLOs and will address the following: definitions of performance indicators, development of performance targets for each performance measure, clarification of the 3 optional components in this section of the template. You will need the following from the Moodle site: a blank SLO template or the template you've been completing, and the help desk document. If you've not already gathered these, pause the recording now and resume it once you've gathered all the materials. Performance indicators are targets you plan for your students to reach. We know it is unrealistic to think all students will reach the targets you establish. This section of the SLO template does not address that issue, but it will be addressed in the last section of the SLO template. For now, you are thinking only about the targets you want all of your students to reach, hoping with your guidance they are exceeded, but knowing a few may fall short. For example, you might state the following: students will earn 80% or higher on the third 9 weeks District 8th grade assessment. Or students will earn 30% or more on the 4th grade language arts post-assessment than they did on the pre-assessment. Or they will earn at least 85%. Or finally, you might identify students will be proficient on a chemistry lab project. Please note these examples are not complicated. Performance targets do not indicate statements such as 30% of the students earning less than 20% on a pre-assessment will earn at least 60% on the post-assessment. Keep your performance targets simple. At this point, you may wish to pull out your help desk and the blank SLO template form, or the SLO template you've been using. Take some time to develop the performance targets you want your students to reach. Keep in mind the assessments you identified in the performance measure section of the SLO template. You may have more than one target for each assessment identified, but you must have at least one target for each assessment. This section focuses on developing the targets for the entire population of students you identified in your SLO template. We've provided a few more examples on the screen for your reference. If you are building your SLO template as you use this video, pause now and develop your performance targets. You may resume once you've finished. This next section, Targeted Focused Student Group, is optional. You may have a group of students in your SLO targeted group of all students that you might want to look at more closely. Perhaps a group of gifted students you want to be sure you are pushing to their fullest potential, or a subset of English language learners you are particularly concerned about. If you have a group of students you'd like to look at more closely, you can develop performance targets specifically for them. In this example, we chose English language learners. Keep in mind they must still be based on the assessments you've identified in the performance measure section of the SLO template. And of course, these students are also included in the all group of targets you establish in the performance targets section above. If you plan to complete this section, press pause for now and resume the recording when you are ready to move forward. The last 2 parts of this section are also optional: Performance Indicators Linked section and Performance Indicators Weighted. The linking of performance indicators is an option for you. You might want to tie performance target 1 and 2 together. For example, you must complete a written driver's test before you can take an actual driving test. You might need to pass a food and safety equipment test before completing a cooking assessment in Family and Consumer Science. Most teachers are unlikely to use this section, but it may make sense for others. You might decide that one of your performance targets has a greater value than another. You may want a performance target 1 to have more value in your final evaluation than performance target 2. If that is the case, you can simply identify the percentage weight in the box provided on the Performance Indicators weighted section. In the example provided, the targets were all weighted. As a reminder, this section is optional. If you leave it blank, all targets will have the same value in the final calculations. This video recording, along with others in the series, were created by the Western Regional Intermediate Unit Curriculum Coordinators to be used as a supplement to your professional development. They are not intended to replace strong professional development experiences. If you need additional support, please contact your intermediate unit and ask for the contacts listed below.